Dating as a single dad is tough enough. But imagine doing it while hiding a fortune that could buy half the city. That's the world of Alex Thompson. A guy who's built an empire in tech, but learned the painful way that his wallet often steals the spotlight from his soul. Tired of gold diggers and shallow connections, he swore off, flashing his success. Still, his best friend set him up with her co-worker, Mia Reynolds. This time, Alex decided to play it different. No fancy titles. No luxury vibes. Just a regular guy scraping by. Picture this: Alex, in his faded blue jeans and a simple gray hoodie, walking into a cozy diner on a rainy afternoon in Seattle, and with his 3-year-old twins, Chloe and Zoe. "Okay, girls, remember our little secret," he whispered, bending down to their level. "Today, Daddy's just Alex, the guy who fixes computers for a living. We live in that tiny apartment downtown, not the big place with the pool." Chloe, hugging her fluffy teddy bear, nodded with wide eyes. "And no talking about the fancy car, right, Daddy?" Zoe chimed in, her pigtails bouncing. Alex's heart twisted. He hated pulling them into this white lie. But after too many heartbreaks, he needed to know if someone could love them for real. As they approached the booth, there she was, Mia, standing up with a genuine smile that cut through the gray day like sunshine. In her early 30s, with wavy auburn hair tied back casually and wearing a soft blue sweater over jeans. She looked effortlessly warm and approachable, not the type who'd chase status symbols. But Alex braced himself. He'd seen polished women like her vanish once they realized his life came with diaper changes and bedtime stories. "You must be Alex," Mia said, her voice kind and steady. Instead of the usual polite nod to the kids, she crouched down right away. "And you two must be Chloe and Zoe, the dynamic duo I've heard all about." Chloe thrust her bear forward. "This is Mr. Fluff, and I'm Chloe. That's Zoe, she's shy sometimes." Mia's eyes sparkled as she shook the bear's paw. "Nice to meet you, Mr. Fluff. And hi, Zoe. I brought something special for you, both crayons and a coloring book with animals. Want to team up?" They slid into the booth, and Alex watched in quiet amazement as Mia dove right in. She didn't just tolerate the girls, she connected. She asked about their favorite cartoons, laughed at Chloe's wild tale of Mr. Fluff's backyard adventures, and even helped Zoe draw a rainbow without a hint of annoyance. The twins giggled more than they had in months, and Alex felt a flicker of hope he hadn't dared to feel in years. As the girls got lost in their artwork, Mia turned to him. "So, your friend said you work in tech. What exactly do you do?" Alex kept it simple, sticking to his script. "Just some basic coding and troubleshooting. It's steady work, pays the rent, but nothing glamorous." That was half true. He'd his way to the top of Thompson Innovations, starting from a garage startup. Mia leaned in, interested. "That's cool. I'm in community outreach for a group that teaches digital skills to families in need, stuff like basic apps and online safety. We could always use volunteers who know their way around code." Guilt hit Alex like a wave. Here was a woman whose passion mirrored his company's outreach programs, helping bridge the digital divide in underserved neighborhoods across the Pacific Northwest. And he was feeding her lines about struggling to make ends meet. "Sounds impactful," he said, meaning it. "Changing lives one skill at a time. That's the real deal." Mia's face lit up. "It is. In places like here in Seattle, or even up in Vancouver, tech can lift people out of tough spots, but only if we make it accessible. I've seen single parents turn their lives around with just a laptop and some guidance." Lunch flew by in easy conversation. Mia complimented Chloe's artistic flair, shared stories of her own childhood mishaps, and never once eyed the menu prices or asked about his real job. She seemed to thrive on the simple joy of the moment, the clink of forks, the girls' laughter, the steam from fresh coffee. When the bill came, Alex pulled his rehearsed move, fumbling with his wallet, pretending to come up short. "Oh man, this is awkward," he muttered, furrowing his brow. "I thought I had enough cash, but I'm about $20 light. I can sort it with my card app, but it might take a minute." He held his breath, waiting for the shifted judgment, the polite excuse to bail. But Mia didn't miss a beat. She pulled out her card with a soft smile. "No worries at all. I've got this one." Alex protested. "I can't let you cover our first meet up like that." She waved it off gently. "Why not? You're out here raising these two amazing kids on your own, juggling everything. The least I can do is treat a great family to lunch." Her words landed deep, stirring something in Alex he thought was long-buried real appreciation. Without strings. In the weeks that followed, their date stayed simple. park picnics under drizzly skies, library story hours, where Mia read with dramatic voices that had the twins begging for more, walks along the waterfront, sharing dreams and laughs. She brought puzzles for the girls instead of pricey gifts. Asked about Alex's parenting, wins and woes, without prying into his finances. He fell hard, but the lie gnawed at him. One night, as he tucked the twins in, Chloe whispered, "Daddy, why don't we show Mia our real home? The one with the big yard." Zoe nodded sleepily. "She's nice. She plays games and doesn't mind our messes." Their innocent words cracked his resolve. Mia had shown her hard time, and again volunteering at shelters, sharing her own stories of overcoming a tough upbringing in a small Midwest town before moving west. She deserved the truth. The next day, Alex's hands shook as he texted her, "Dinner at my place tonight. Got something big to share." When Mia pulled up to the gated driveway of his waterfront estate overlooking Puget Sound, her eyes widened at the modern home, with its floor-to-ceiling windows and manicured gardens. "This isn't the apartment you mentioned," she said quietly, stepping inside the spacious living room filled with kids' toys amid elegant decor. Alex took a deep breath. "I'm not just a coder, Mia. I'm the founder of Thompson Innovations. Worth more than I ever imagined. I hid it because... Well, too many times. People saw the money, not me or the girls. I needed to know if you were different." Silence stretched, and Alex's heart pounded. Mia looked around, then back at him. "I get why you'd protect yourself, Andam. But what made you think I'd chase the cash? I've built my life on helping others, not taking past scars," he admitted, voice thick with regret. "Women who'd bolt at the chaos of single parenting, or stick around only for the perks." Mia stepped closer, her expression softening. "Your test showed you. I'm here for the guy who builds forts out of blankets and sings off-key lullabies. The CEO stuff. That's just your day job. But Alex, if we're doing this, no more secrets. Trust goes both ways." Relief washed over him like a fresh breeze off the Sound. From that night on, their bond deepened, honest, raw, and real. Mia moved in months later, blending seamlessly into their family rhythm. Weekend hikes in the mountains, volunteering together, at tech workshops for local kids, and quiet evenings where the girls' laughter filled the home. At their wedding a year later, in a simple ceremony by the water with friends from across the US and Canada, Alex looked at Mia and the twins twirling in their dresses. "You know," she whispered during their first dance, "I'm glad you took that chance. Even if it started with AFib, it led us here." As the sun set over the horizon, Alex realized the true test wasn't about money or deception. It was about finding someone who chooses love in its messiest form, who sees a family's heart beyond the surface. And in a world that often values wealth over worth, that's the rarest treasure of all. If you're out there navigating love with kids in tow, remember, the right person won't care about your bank balance. They'll invest in your story, your struggles, and your joys. Trust that, and you might just find your forever.